Today on the channel, we got some frog legs with Monger, Mattel Creations, Masters of the Universe, Origins, unboxing and review.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mattel Creations Masters Universe Origins exclusive unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the mighty Monger. But for all your Masters Universe needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Big Bad Toy Store. Use the link in the description down below to support the channel. There you go. So today, Monger comes to us from Mattel Creations, or I should walk that back, comes to us from Midwest wrestling legend Gage Octane. Yes, Gage Octane, good friend of the channel. He helped me out with this one, as we both always go in on these. We both order an extra one just in case the other one gets iced out to help each other out. Well, in this case, we both got ours ordered, no problems. He got his in the mail from FedEx, but FedEx dropped the ball on me, or possibly Mattel dropped the ball on me, as my FedEx alert system, my tracking, says that Mattel put too many shipping labels on the packaging. So I guess they put me and somebody else and maybe somebody else down as the address, and they said, we don't know where to send this. So they sent it back to Mattel. It has been in limbo for a week's time. I don't know what's going to happen. I've reached out to Mattel with no answer, no response to my email. So I don't know where my Mongers are. But Mr. Octane there said, hey, I'll give you one of mine. When you get yours back, you can trade me yours, or you can just pay me for this one, whatever you want to do. So good brother out there, Gage Octane, helping me out here. But hopefully the rest of my Mongers come sooner rather than later. It'll be interesting to see what FedEx and Mattel can figure out with the old Monger here. But of course, we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other ones here on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's take a look at old Monger. Friend? Foe? What's his story? I guess he's a foe if he was in the Grayskull dungeon, but very cool packaging here. You got the Monger right there. We always see a little special artwork with these Mattel Creation ones, as we do know. Got the nice right up there. Big, green, bright packaging. Really like this, and this is a perfect Mattel Creations exclusive. It's not a character we all know and love, but a lot of us do know and love it, so we'll talk about that in a little bit here. Looking good. It says on the front, Monger, the dungeon dweller of Castle Grayskull. So very interesting there. Retro play, of course. Modern posing, as we know. Beautiful mural on the back here. Love what I see. Looks really good, and I love that it has the rest of the guys that were down in that prison of Grayskull. And if you were a kid like me way back in the day with the original Castle Grayskull, you would look at that sticker on the floor and just kind of stare at it like, man, look at these monsters. Look at this crazy stuff. And I would love it if they released every single one of these characters as Mattel Creations exclusives. Just a very, very cool idea. I really do like that. And very dark and kind of twisted back here. I love this artwork. I just love this as a whole. Looks very, very nice. I should say, too, this, of course, came in one of these nice brown mailers. We've seen these before. Get a little artwork over there. Get a little artwork on this side. Keeps it nice. Gives it a little extra class. A little touch of class here. So I do like that. And I do save those, as you guys do know. But now we're going to get old Monger out of the package. I hate to do it. Hopefully I can get my unpunched mint on card ones in the mail sooner rather than later. Right off the package there. How about that? See you later. Goodbye. See you later. Goodbye. And then we get the big old comic here, The Horde of Monger, and it's a thick comic. A lot going on here. And it tells the story of Monger. So this should be an interesting one. Get to learn more about this guy, this creature, what he's up to, what his whole story is. It looks like he's got a bit of a redemption story here. It looks like He-Man and him are kind of doing a little superhero team up at the end. So maybe he isn't so bad after all, the old Monger. But love stuff like this. And I love that they give us a one-off comic book with guys like these as well. So very, very cool. Now we get the old Monger here in the little plastic prison. Looking very nice. Love what I see right here. Pop him out, of course. Maybe, uh-oh, he's locked in. I'm just going to power through. Move it around the hands. There it is. And on the feet, too, man, they don't want this Monger going anywhere, which makes sense. He was locked in the Grayskull dungeon, as we know. See you later. Goodbye. And all right, let's get down to business here. Let's look at the accessories with this guy. And we get a very futuristic gun right here. And this is the first time we've seen this in the line, so I love that. Almost looks like a trident on the end here, a little pitchfork type thing for the undersea, of course. But a very futuristic space gun for Frogmonger. I like what I'm seeing here. I love the gray, kind of silverish, very smooth plastic here, but then you got the black on each side that really helps break up the monotony of the silver, gives it an extra little bit of detail. So I do like what I see here. A very cool one. It'll be interesting if they ever use that weapon ever again. And then we get the old Frogmonger here. We got some reuse here, but we got some new stuff here. One of the first things I notice is, I thought Tongue Lasher, who we just unboxed recently on the channel, I thought he had the same hands that Frogmonger came with, but I can tell they are totally different here. And these are some one-off hands. I don't know if they'll ever use these hands again, but definitely are different. You could almost put him in with the Snake Man. I guess if you didn't know who this was and somebody just handed this to somebody and say, what is this? I don't know if they would say frog. They might say snake with kind of these teeth and stuff. I'm sure some frogs maybe have some teeth, but frogs really aren't known for their teeth for the most part, at least as far as I'm concerned. But definitely has some teeth going on there. The black, very snake-like. So, I mean, like I said, he could be a partner or a friend of the Snake Man, really, if you could think about it here a little bit. But the green and yellow colors here, he's got the green skin tone, yellow spots, yellow eyes. Obviously an Oakland A's fan. There's no doubt in my mind about this one. The Frogmonger representing the A's. Love the A's back in the day, so we wanted to carry on those colors on his body. I think that's the fact there. You guys, somebody can fact check that if they want to. I wouldn't, though. I wouldn't. I'd just take my word for it. We got this big apparatus over his head. At first, I thought it was kind of like a collar, like a capture collar or something, but it looks like it's some kind of like a jetpack or something, so he can kind of fly through the air maybe with some jetpacks there. So that is interesting, and it does help with his head. Being a little bit of short, kind of compact head, to get the little collar here kind of adds to the overall vibe of this guy. But definitely looks good. So I like the hands, I like the head, I like the collar, I like the gun. Of course, he's got a loincloth on. It's all the rage out there in Eternity, as we do know. Got the fins down here on the bottom of the feet. We got some reuse of the feet and stuff. Makes a lot of sense. Of course, articulation the same as the rest of the Masters Universe Origin figures. You got the arms go all the way around, elbows side to side, back and forth, single jointed, hands back and forth, side to side, head back and forth, side to side, up and down. You got the waist articulation. You got the leg. Then you get the knee back and forth, side to side. Then you get a boot cut, foot cut, ankle cut. I don't know what you call it here. Calf cut. We got that, and then you got the ankles back and forth, side to side, looking really nice there. But all around, a good-looking figure, and I love stuff like this. I want that wolf kind of creature the most, though. That was always the one that intrigued me the most on the captured list. Would love to see that one day. But I love cool stuff like this that is on point, on brand. It's a deep cut, something that's never been done, but it's not for everybody. At retail, this doesn't need to go to retail. Nobody's clamoring for this at retail. It's perfect for the hardcore Mattel Creations fans, Masters of the Universe fans out there. Just a perfect figure for something like that. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle, save 10%. What do you know? Fits perfectly on the old Mattel stands there. Looking really good. Looking respectable. Looking like he needs to be freed from the Grayskull prison right here. Looking really, really nice. And of course, I did bring up Tongue Lasher. I brought him here, and you can tell right off the bat, those hands are totally different. But he does look like he could kind of fit in with the Snake Men, Reptile Men, whatever they could be called if they brought him in. A frog into the mix of the snakes. Snakes and frogs, I don't think always get along so well, if my memory serves me right from my biology classes and stuff like that. Of course, you got to get He-Man involved in the middle. So we got He-Man, so just a little comparison here. But a welcome addition to the line. Like I said, I'd love to see more of this kind of stuff as we're kind of winding down. They still got a lot of figures to go in the Origins line, of course. But stuff like this is a nice little break from stuff. Makes the line a little bit bigger, and that's always good for business if you can extend a line, if a line is selling the way you want it to. And I think Frogmonger is going to be a sleeper one. When things are all said and done for Mattel Creations exclusive, I think this will be a sleeper at the end of the day. But what say you guys out there in YouTube land? What are your thoughts on the old Frogmonger? Did you pick this up? Did you have some issues with FedEx and Mattel like I do? Oh man, just a FedEx ruining my day, that's for sure. But hopefully that situation gets cleared up here very soon, and I get my other Frogmonger figure so I can give old Gauge Octane one back, and I can get one for my Min on Card collection. Fingers crossed, keep them crossed for me. We'll see what happens there. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on the old Frogmonger. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day. And then some, yes, and then some. We've got even more content for you over on the old Patreon channel. including early access to videos like this, bonus content, exclusive content, Q&As, you name it, a lot going on over there on the old Patreon channel. And then you can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for the Frog Monger and prisoners everywhere, I am Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.